What's up guys, Hownish here, and today we had some words from Bungie about some stuff that they're working on for the future, an insight into some new systems and additions for Masterworks, as well as modifications for both weapons and armor. So I wanted to break down what they've said inside of this video. They say that they've been monitoring player feedback concerning the Masterworks. They say that they don't have specific dates for when these changes will take place yet, but they do want to give us insight into what the teams are actually doing and what they aim to accomplish. And there is some pretty interesting stuff in here which would, all of them would definitely be good additions to the game. So first they talk about player acquisition. We're implementing a new mechanism that we can use to limit long dry spells in Masterwork drops due to bad RNG. We will also be looking at adding some guaranteed sources for Masterworks, and we're working on a broader plan to improve prestige activity rewards, and it might wait until then. We're watching overall drop rates and usage over the holiday, and we'll adjust drop rates and material costs as needed. So that's definitely good, a kind of smart loot system to recognize if you haven't had Masterworks drop for some time, and then hopefully increase the chance of getting them. This will obviously be good for all players, but especially solo players who aren't jumping into the raids or trials as much, because those are the main sources for Masterworks, so it'll be good, to see a bit of a level playing field. And on top of that, consistent solid drops for all players is a positive thing, and I do like the idea of guaranteed sources for Masterworks as well. That right there could be a good way to create some replayability for things like adventures in particular right now. And also they talk about material costs, so perhaps some of the stuff will be a little bit less grindy. Perhaps you'll be able to upgrade weapons with less cores or some stuff like that. But they have some inventory management stuff they're looking at, so they're planning a fix for Masterwork cores and not going to the postmaster if you're full on consumables. That's definitely good, because obviously losing them is pretty frustrating. And also to help prevent the additional loss of Masterwork cores, they're extending the dismantle timer to give players a larger window to stop the process. Up next they talk about stat bonuses, and particularly which perks can actually roll out on Masterwork weapons, which I'll talk about in a second, but they do add that they have begun plans to add Masterworks to armor as well. The armor bonuses will be more modest than orb generation on weapons, in part because you have 5 of them equipped at once, but at minimum we want to provide a much requested mechanism to change the armor stat type. So this is really good to hear. Right now we have fixed armor rolls on particular sets of armor, so if you're going for a really specific build, a lot of the time you're kind of mixing and matching pre-defined armor sets and things like that. So this essentially will allow us to re-roll armor perhaps, or get more randomized drops of armor stats, which is really good, and it'll be nice to actually build a full set of armor that has the stats that you want, as opposed to having them fixed. It's definitely been something which is missing from the end game. If you run the raid and things like that, and you get in the same armor pieces you've already got, they don't have different stats. It's the same problem that you have with fixed weapon rolls. So this is a welcome change for me at least, and I'm sure a lot of other people in the community will be happy about it. Also for weapon and armor mods, they don't have a firm ETA yet, but feedback on armor and weapon mods has been heard. At minimum they're looking to ease inventory pressure, for example collapsing per slot or per class mods. That would definitely be a good thing. Mods are just kind of all over the place. I've got postmasters full of them as well, and I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people. And they also say they're seeking to make mods a more meaningful part of your loadout decision. So perhaps that could be loosely referencing, increasing how effective mods actually are, or at least increasing the interaction perhaps between different types of mods in a set of armor. Obviously there's a lot of work they can do here, but what we're hearing is definitely good. They finish by talking about stat bonuses on weapons, and they also give us a list of what you can roll on weapon types, which I did make a video about the other day. Of course that one was based on what we currently know, but they've given us a solid list. They say though that right now the stat bonuses are small tweaks intended for players who want to optimize very deeply. We're watching feedback and are excited to adjust and add more stat bonuses in the future. Once we have more information, we'll share our plans with you. Additionally though, the in-game UI doesn't currently have a good way to show all possible stat rolls, so here is a current list of stat bonuses that can roll per weapon type. It's good to have confirmation of these, so auto rifles can get +5 range, +10 magazine, 10 reload and 10 handling. Fusion rifles can roll out 5 stability, 10 reload or 10 handling. Grenade launchers 5 stability, 10 reload, 10 handling or 5 blast radius. For hand cannons you can get 5 stability or +10 mag, reload and handling bonuses. For the pulse rifle you have range, magazine, reload, handling. Rocket launchers, reload handling, projectile speed, and blast radius. Scout rifles get range, magazine, reload handling. Shotguns get stability, reload handling. Sidearms get stability, magazine, reload, and handling. Snipers can have range, reload, and handling. Then for SMGs, you can get range, mag size, reload, and handling once again. And for swords, magazine, or impact. So that was a bit of a mouthful right there. Of course, I will link this in the description below, so if you want to check it out in depth, but those are the actual bonuses you can roll on weapons using Masterworks. And for now, that sums it up, guys. So pretty interesting stuff. I think these will definitely be positive additions to the game. Like we said, there isn't an official date for these yet. These are kind of things that they're working on in the pipeline, but hopefully, you know, early on in 2018, we'll be getting plenty of updates. We already know that we're going to be seeing private matches. They are focusing heavily on some kind of ranked PvP system as well, but in the more immediate future, they want to look at prestige rewards for activities and continue with quality of life adjustments. But these additions alongside those will definitely be very positive. I'm just hoping that we don't have a really kind of silent period in early 2018. Of course, it is difficult for Bungie. You've got the holidays and everything like that going on. So naturally, right now, things are going to slow down a little bit, although the effort to continue the conversation definitely is appreciated. So I'll be curious to hear your thoughts, guys. Do these sound like they'd be good additions to the game? When do you think we need to see this stuff by? I really hope we continue to see these updates. If you have enjoyed this video though, a like is very much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see more Destiny 2 content. For now though, I hope you have an awesome day.